this is atrocious. How is everybody doing today? I don't need to hold this. Like, this mic works perfectly fine. Sitting... I clicked my keyboard. I'm going to move my keyboard over there. I have switched to a different recording because the previous one was atrocious. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible because, honestly, there's no point in boring you for a really long video. I've already gone on too long at this point. So, the Academy Ace Tournament. Unless you've been living under a rock, you pretty much know what the Academy Ace Tournament is. Here's the problem with the Academy Ace Tournament. The Pokemon that we've been running for the Academy Ace Tournament since launch, like Chi-Yu and Sylveon, have some extreme calculations that can cause them to fail, which will have you sitting at a Pokemon Center just mashing the A button, doing absolutely nothing if you were to walk away. Now, if you were to keep a close eye on it, you can recoup yourself, but guess what? If you really want to make a poop ton of money in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and just have almost infinite money and resources, you gotta be able to very trustfully, that's not a word, you have to have high trust in the machine going on that you're going to create to keep this going. So in short, we know what the Academy Ace Tournament is. It is a button simulator. You want to get a Pokemon that is both fast enough and strong enough, and not just physically / specially strong enough, but defensively strong enough / specially defensively strong enough to be able to take in whatever damage is coming in to where it can stay alive and practically one-shot everything and get through the tournament no matter what the trainer, no matter what the Pokemon, no matter what the RNG. That's the key part. Chi-Yu and Sylveon on paper do perfectly fine, but there's some extreme RNG, high rolls, critical hits, and other things that can leave them dead. And just like I said, you're going to be sitting there pressing the A button over and over again. So, how do we remedy this? Well, we've probably already seen videos from like Osiris, who's amazing by the way. Love that dude. He's awesome. Where they talk about Calyrex, Ice, and all this kind of jazz, which work really well, but from my anecdotal experience, maybe I was running them wrong, they still fall under that same fault, where they can also die. Specifically, Calyrex, Ice Rider, if I'm not mistaken, there's a particular trainer that can critical hit. I can't remember the calc, honestly. It might work perfectly fine, but I have found an alternative. That's the whole point of this video. Duh. As you see in the background, right now, and through the thumbnail, it's Magearna. The specific set, I'm just going to cut to the chase. It's actually probably already been in this video, hopefully, if I did my job right, to where if you wanted to just click off and didn't care to listen to my stupid face, you could. Maybe I didn't, because I wanted you to listen to my stupid face. But the set, Modest Nature, 252 special attack, 160 speed, and the rest of it into defense or HP. Does not matter. Initially I thought it would just only work with defense, but one of my buddies, he did some playtesting, works totally fine with HP. Thank you, TPS Plat. But within this, the reason why you want to have that specific set is you want to be able to do a poop ton of power, poop ton of damage for that matter. That's why you have the 252 modest special attack. By the way, the move you're going to be using is Dazzling Gleam. Kind of self-explanatory. The reason why you want to have 160 speed is so you can get to 206 speed. I don't know the exact fastest Pokemon that you're going to face outside of priority moves, but it's around the 200-ish threshold. 206 is perfectly fine. Not outsped by anything except for priority moves, so works out totally fine. I've done the calcs on this, and I've literally done this for, I kid you not, probably over 100 hours of it just running. Well, what I do is before I go to sleep, I'll have it set, probably about 7 o'clock at night, and then, go to sleep at like 10 o'clock at night, wake up at around 6 in the morning, get ready to go to work, and before I, after I fully gotten ready and getting ready to go to work, I turn this thing back on, total of maybe 12 hours running, and it still runs perfectly fine. And then I accumulate the resources, and what I mean by that is I take the money that I've won, and I go spend it all on vitamins, your IV boosting things that I am forgetting what they're called, bottle caps. Even down to once I've had a poop ton of all of that kind of stuff, I started buying sandwich ingredients so I can better shiny hunt, etc., etc. Although obviously you cannot buy your Orba Mysticas, but you can buy everything else. So within that, spend it all, get down to as close to practically zero as possible, and do it all over again. So I've literally done over hundreds of hours of this, and I'll drop some screenshots showing like the amount of money that you get in about 12 hours, which is around 6 to 6.5 million, and also showing you just how many hours I have in the game. Without this, I probably have about 4 to 450 hours in specifically Scarlet, not included Violet, but specifically Scarlet. And with this, you'll see dropped right here how many hours I've been doing this. So, yeah, you can get a poop ton of money passively. You don't have to touch it. That's the beauty of if you get this set up right with the Academy Ace tournament. You can have it set up while you go to sleep. And then you might be thinking, oh my gosh, your electricity bill must be so high. Like, no, I turned my screen off. Like, I have my Switch running in the dark, but I have the monitor screen off that it's attached to, so it burns very little electricity. Like, it's insane. But within this, I can have it running while I sleep. If I trust it, I can run it while I walk, which I often do. Or I can have it running while I'm playing, my SNES. Like, if I'm not actively playing specifically Scarlet and Violet or anything on my Switch, I play a poop ton of Splatoon, I can have it running. So totally fine. And obviously, to some people that don't know, in order to really have this running well, you need what you call a turbo controller, which is what you saw at the beginning, the little gag bit that I did. That's this. This is turbo controller. You see this flashing light here? That is showing that it is turboing. I just now realized my mic is so far away right now. Sorry if y'all cannot hear me, but rip Kowski. But yeah, so this is a turbo controller. I run with 8-bit though because it's really, really high quality. It's amazing. It works just as great as Pro Controller. I actually use this exclusively in Splatoon for the turbo controller, specifically using like ink brushes and whatnot. Having a turbo controller to where you're not having to constantly do this your entire match totally helps out with El Cup or Tunnel and kind of gives you an advantage over the regular people. So is it cheap? Is it kind of maybe cheaty? I don't know. All I know is it's what I use. Yeah, and for those people that do have an 8-bit though, you can run rubber bands and everything. Also, this might be anecdotally, I have seen some people talk about it online, where if you turbo specifically like one of these face buttons, like the A button in this case, it glitches out and after so much time it'll stop turboing. What I personally do is I have set your back to custom triggers that you have to set within the software that's on your computer. You can plug this up to your computer. It has software with it that you download for free that you can tell these buttons to do whatever the heck you want them to do. You can remap your entire controller. You can have your sticks do like R2. You can do so much with it. But within that, I have these back controllers as both of these are A, so I can literally just tie rubber bands, or in this case, I got this little fancy thing for buying some charging cables. So, I have it tied around this to where it's pulling that button the entire time, so it's turboing, it's constantly firing. So yeah, that's it. Just, yeah, Magearna is the way. Magearna is the way. Magearna is the way. Magearna is the way. Simple as can be. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all out. Thank you. It's been good. Been a pleasure. I'm tired. I got to fix my AC. It's a little hot in here. Testing. Just a little bit of a post-commentary here. I'm surprised I didn't mention it within the video. I guess I'm kind of trying to rush to get this out because I've been meaning to post this video for a while. But the biggest reason why Magearna works so well with this is because of its Soul Heart ability. Just similar to like the Grim Neigh and the Chilling Neigh of your Calyrex Rider forms. After each KO, it will get a boost to its special attack. So just like how they will get a boost to their attack versus special attack. That's what makes them so good, and that's what also makes Magearna so good. But specifically, another thing that makes Magearna so good is with it being Fairy Steel, the only things that are going to be able to withstand a Dazzling Gleam within the entire Academy Ace tournament is specifically an Arcanine and a Flareon on 2 separate teams. And both of those Pokemon cannot do enough damage back in order to get anywhere near KOing, even with high roll crit and everything added. So that's what makes specifically Magearna amazing. A whole lot of the Pokemon that we've been using in the past, some extreme RNG, can throw things out of whack. And obviously you don't want that to happen. So the answer was Magearna. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for just everything. I already said that in this video, but yeah, just thank you. And we're just going to continue to watch this Magearna be a Magearna beast. It is absolutely beautiful. This just helps out a lot of VGC players who are complaining about how hard it is to EV train and whatnot. You can grind so easily for all of your vitamins. If you're unaware, vitamins starting in Generation 8 can actually EV train for all 252 EVs of each individual stat, unlike the generations prior, which would only EV up to the first 100. So that is the beauty. You can just buy all of them and go hog wild. You can do so many sets. You can do boxes of Pokemon within an hour. Like, it's insanity of what you can do. Just pure insanity what you can do. Like, I cannot reiterate it enough. This helps out so much when making VGC sets. Me and my buddy TPS Plat, we're not going to reveal it yet, but we're working on a project that we hope will be uploaded maybe December-ish, maybe latest January. We're not too 100% for sure on it. We know we're going to be working on it up until November and doing the bulk of recording in November, so hopefully we should be able to have it all uploaded by December. But doing things like this Academy Ace tournament is helping us big with this current project. And just anybody who's big in VGC, who's going to be making a whole lot of sets, this is so beneficial to be able to do. So yeah, as always, drop a like, drop a comment. If there's anything that you are curious of, hey, how can I speed up or better use my time to be able to train VGC mons, please drop a comment down below. I'd love to be able to help you, because that's just kind of what I want to be here for. So, alright, everybody, stay fresh. Deuces. Catorces. All of it.